what's going on, everybody? I'm currently underneath my Dodge Ram 2500 4x4 truck, and we are replacing the speed sensor. So an interesting thing on this speed sensor for the OEM, it actually, the connectors are different. So you might get a kit where you have to splice your own wires. So I want to show you guys how it's done, because this is my first time doing it as well. You'll see there, that's the old OEM plug-in, and it's got three sort of rounded female pins, and our new one has these flat sort of pins. So I'm assuming the new ones are going to be much better, but yeah, you're gonna have to splice your wires to get any new speed sensor to work. So stay tuned, we're gonna show you guys how it's done. All right, so that's what I was just trying to show you guys a second ago. This is where the speed sensor goes in. This is on the back of the transmission, sort of near the side. Your speed sensor actually goes into that hole, and it feeds directly into the transmission. But this is that connector. We're gonna be cutting these wires about here, and we're gonna be splicing the new wires on. So yeah, stay tuned, and I'll try to find an angle where I can set my phone and you guys can watch too. Okay, so step one, I cut off the old connector, and I'm going to start stripping about 1/2 inch of the wire, about that much, to get it exposed so that we can connect to the old wire. So stay tuned. All 3 wires are cut and trimmed down. So let's get these connected. All right, so I want you guys to get all your heat shrinks wrapped up on your wire like this. I took a little bit extra off of the new part, but put your heat shrinks on like that, and then you get your metal wire connectors on each end, and then we're gonna connect them to there, and then we gotta crimp them together. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get an angle of that, but I'll show you guys after. All right, guys, there it is. I have all the electrical connectors on. I only got the ground heat shrink over it, but I'm just gonna put electrical tape over each single one and then over all of them. But let's plug in the part and see if that does the trick. Okay, so this is what your actual speed sensor is gonna look like. It's gonna have this, this kind of body, this gear. And this is what the new sensor is. So we just remove the one screw here, and then pop the new sensor in. So I'll do that right now. If I can set you guys up in a spot. That should do it. So we got my new sensor. Just gonna take that screw out. And then kind of just, you gotta wiggle it a little bit. Wiggle and pull, and it comes out. There's the old sensor. If this is loose or jiggles, that's how you know you got a bad one. And this, in my case, the speedometer stopped working, so I'm just trying to put in a new one just to see if that is going to do the trick. So what I always like to put a little oil on my new parts, on the gaskets, just to be sure that they're going correctly. Some people might tell you don't need to or whatever, but just put in any oil on your finger. I'm gonna put a glove on. But you pretty much just put a little bit of oil, a little dap on your finger there. Yeah, I didn't even get any. You know, there you go. A little bit too much. And then just that little bit on the gasket, little baby bit, all over the seal. And that should give us just enough. Put the new part in. Take the sensor out of the bag I had it in. It's just for protection while I take it to the parts store. Sorry about the wind. Apparently the wind is strong enough to knock a phone down. new sensor. We're gonna get that gasket in there. Bam. And it's in. Pretty much just push and snap down. Sorry if I missed the angle on that one, guys. Okay, we're gonna put our housing bolt in. And then now we are going to go under the truck and install this baby.